Muzium Negara sits on the site of a museum established by the British in 1906, before Malaysia was formed as a federation of states. It was the museum of the state of Selangor and was built in the style of the Taiping Museum. Taiping was then the capital of the state of Perak. The architect was Arthur Benison Hubback, a British civil servant. The style was European. The plans were drawn up on the lines of the Colombo Museum. Colombo was the capital of Ceylon, now Sri Lanka. Hubback designed 14 buildings in Kuala Lumpur. You may have seen the railway station, the Sultan Abdul Samad buildings, the Karkosa Seri Negara, and Masjid Jamek. He designed 27 buildings in Malaya. In Gallery D, you'll hear of another one, the Malay College, Kuala Kangsar. The Hubback Design Museum was severely damaged when it was accidentally bombed by the Allies, about 2 months before World War II ended. The bomber's target was the nearby railway station, but from high above the two buildings probably looked the same. The goal of the former museum, like any colonial museum, in any occupied land, was to describe what was in the land. It displayed plants, animals, rocks, and how people lived. Its purpose was to describe wonders, challenges, successes, and opportunities, to highlight the exotic, to show, tell, and train potential investors and employees. The goal of the present museum, which was opened on the 31st of August 1963, is to tell the story of the people of Malaysia. To achieve the goal, the architect, Mr. Ho Kok Ho, who was born in Singapore, incorporated features of traditional Malay wooden, small building architecture into a massive concrete and steel building. In 1963, this was the most imposing museum building, not only in Kuala Lumpur, but in the region. It was imposing because of its size, because of its local flavor, executed in modern construction materials and techniques, and because of the immense public art, a mosaic on the facade. The roof is in the Bugis Minangkabau style, which originated in the island of Sumatra in Indonesia. The building looks like it is held up on 26 columns, like the wooden posts, which hold up Malay kampung houses. Malay traditional carvings decorate the doors, walls, and ceilings. These were made by craftsmen from the states of Kelantan and Terengganu. The mosaics on the outer wall, made of glass, in Italy, were designed by Mr. Chong Lai Tong, a Chinese immigrant from Guangzhou. The floor tiles were a gift from the government of the Republic of Pakistan. The museum was the brainchild of Malaysia's first Prime Minister, Tunku Abdul Rahman, a prince from the state of Kedah in the north. Tunku appointed Mubin Shepard as the museum's first director. Shepard was a British officer who gave up a huge Irish castle to settle in Malaysia. Shepard, who became a Muslim in 1957, also established the National Archives and the Art Gallery. Okay, enough about the building. Let me now tell you what's in it. 4 galleries are housed in the main building. Labeled A to D, each gallery tells the story of one stage in the history of Malaysia. Gallery A, called Early History, begins with jungle-dwelling, spirit-aware people who made stone tools as early as 74,000 years ago. It ends with discoveries in the Bujang Valley, which are older than Angkor Wat in Cambodia and Candi Borobudur in Indonesia. In this gallery, you'll learn about the geography of Malaysia. You'll learn the story of progress through stone tools, pottery, skeletons, jewelry, forest products, metal objects, and stone carvings. You'll learn about Hindu Buddhism, Islam, monsoons, and trade. Gallery B, called Malay Kingdoms, begins with the entrance to a wooden palace and ends with maps of the region, which label the Malay Peninsula as Malacca. In this gallery, you'll learn of spirits, of Hindu, Buddhist, and Muslim influences. You'll see 2 bronze statues, many metal objects, weapons including cannons and kris, pottery, fabrics, jewelry, metal currency, and clothes. You'll learn about spices, which made Malacca very wealthy. Gallery C, called the Colonial Era, tells of how Malaysia was shaped by the Siamese, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the British, and the Japanese. In this gallery, you'll see maps, a model of a Portuguese ship, replicas of parts of 3 forts, weapons, pottery, a replica of a silver and gold tree called Bunga Mas, replicas of rubber and coconut trees, a model of a tin dredge, and a Japanese military uniform. You'll learn why there are so many Chinese and Indians in Malaya. You'll learn about their tragic experiences during the Japanese and British eras. Gallery D, called Malaysia Today, begins with panels depicting the origins of Malaysia's unique school system of Islamic, Malay, Chinese, Tamil, and international schools, and ends with an assembly of models dressed in the various costumes of the cultures in Malaysia. In this gallery, you'll learn of 12 years of battling communists and the forced relocation of 500,000 Chinese into what the government called new villages, but the occupants called concentration camps. You'll learn why we're the only post-colonial nation which not only kept our kings, but even added one, and you'll learn how we got to the present time. Thank you for listening.